The name Bobby Hull evokes images of strength, speed, and pure hockey prowess. Hull grabbed viewers all over the world with his electric presence on the ice, solidifying his status as one of the game's all-time greats. Hull had an illustrious career, from his breathtaking speed to his powerful slap shot. When Bobby Hull took on the ice, time seemed to stand still, as viewers held their breath in anticipation of the mesmerizing show of prowess and raw power. Bobby Hull, one of the greatest ice hockey players of all time, was born on January 3rd, 1939, in Pointe-Année, Ontario, Canada. His electric playing style, amazing speed, and potent shot revolutionized the sport and created a lasting impression. Now let's take a tour through the life and accomplishments of this extraordinary sportsperson, whose influence on the sport is still felt today. If you were a hockey fan in the 60s, you couldn't keep your eyes off Chicago Blackhawks right-winger Bobby Hull. He was not just a genius, but he had the physique of a Greek god. His blonde hair, cheerful demeanor, and a gap-toothed grin were ruggedly attractive and ideal for the emerging television age. At the age of 18, Hull joined the Blackhawks in the NHL and soon started terrorizing rival goalies with his nasty shots. He frequently paced the league in goals. He set a record by being the first NHL player to score at least 50 goals 5 times. He assisted Chicago too. Sport writers gave him the moniker the Golden Jet because of how huge, quick, and nasty his shot was. Hull competed during a time when sports writers exalted players, giving them heroic monikers and depicting them as admirable role models who could not do wrong. From the tender age of 12, when Bobby Hull shared the ice with his father on the organized hockey team, it was clear that greatness ran in his veins. While most children his age were still honing their skills on neighborhood rinks, a young Bobby Hull found himself on the radar of the mighty Blackhawks, setting the stage for a remarkable journey ahead, and from there he played amateur hockey while receiving financial aid from the team for his education. In a bold and audacious move in 1957, he left St. Catharines, Ontario College at school to play center for the Blackhawks before switching to forward. At just 20 years old, Bobby Hull burst onto the NHL scene, capturing the league scoring title in the 1959-60 season, a remarkable achievement that foreshadowed the greatness he would go on to achieve. He led the scoring of season with 39 goals, and 2 years later, he equaled Maurice Richter's record with 50 goals. The significance of Hull's exposure was rapidly realized by the league and Blackhawks. He was the focus of countless advertisements designed to spark interest in hockey, particularly among women at a period when the sport was primarily watched by men. Hull was not as big as most of his teammates at 5'10" and 195 pounds, but he was somewhat muscular and athletic. His slapshot was thought to travel as fast as 119 miles per hour, regularly terrorizing goaltenders of the era who typically played without masks. Hull also became an inspiration to the other players, since he consistently had a strong opinion about the value of his service in the league, where players typically accepted the merch salaries the tight-fisted owners gave and kept quiet. In 1972, Hull rocked to the local hockey community when he left the NHL for the Winnipeg Jets in the new WHA on a $2.75 million contract, the decision eventually loosening the NHL owners' tight control and giving players more money for their skill and control over where they were used. In the midst of joyful collision of hockey sticks and the resounding roar of the audience, he earned the Lady Byron Trophy for ability mixed with sportsmanship in 1965, the Hart Trophy for Most Valuable Player in 1965, and the Art Ross Trophy for the Best Scorer in 1960, 1962, and 1966. He also contributed to the Blackhawks Stanley Cup victory in 1961. Bobby Hull's magnetic allure transcended league boundaries as teams went to extraordinary length to secure his talent, offering lucrative deals to prevent him from slipping away to rival leagues. In order to prevent players from moving leagues, teams paid Hull another time when he signed with the Winnipeg Jets of the World Hockey Association in 1972. As the hockey world bore witness to his brilliance, Bobby Hull found himself as both player and coach, guiding the Winnipeg Jets to new heights while leaving an indelible mark on the Hockey World Association. He was a player-coach for the Jets from 1972 to 1974, while he was a Jet from 1972 to 1979. In the 1974-1975 season, he scored 77 goals when the Winnipeg Jets and 3 other World Hockey Association teams merged with the NHL. Bobby Hull rejoined the league, bringing his unparalleled skill, legendary presence back to the grand stage of professional hockey. Bobby periodically had controversies and legal problems off the rink. He was married multiple times, and two of his wives alleged that he had abused them. He admitted guilt to attacking a police officer in 1987 after the officer had stepped in to break up a fight between Hull and his third wife. Despite the list of ugly incidents, the Black Hose named Hull a team ambassador in 2008 and an excellent player of his time. The final pages of a remarkable hockey saga were being written, and for Bobby Hull, the time arrived where the lure of ice began to yield to the beckoning call of retirement. Bobby Hull's decision to retire from professional hockey was a pivotal moment in his life and career. After years of thrilling fans and leaving an indelible mark on the sport, the time eventually came for him to hang up his skates. Hull made the decision to retire following the 1979-1980 NHL season, when he was playing for the Hartford Whalers, having been traded from the Winnipeg Jets during the season. The wear and tear of a long, illustrious career, combined with the advancing age, led him to contemplate his future in the game. Although Hull had shown no signs of slowing down in terms of skills and ability, he recognized that the time had come to step away from the intense demands of professional hockey. After 23 seasons of captivating audiences with his incredible speed, scoring prowess, and magnetic presence on the ice, he felt it was the right moment to embark on a new chapter in life. Bobby Hull's retirement marked the end of an era. As one of the game's most iconic and influential players bid farewell to the sport that he helped shape. His decision was met with mixed emotions from fans in the hockey community, who acknowledged the immense impact he made throughout his career. Although he stepped away from playing, Hull's love for the game and involvement in hockey continued in various capacities. He remained connected to the sport, offering his insight and expertise as a respected figure within the hockey community. Brett Hull, the son of Bobby Hull, became a star player for the Dallas Stars and St. Louis Blues. They made history by being the first father and son team to win the Hart Trophy and have 50-goal seasons in the NHL. Hull joined other former players, including Carl Brewer and Gordie Howe, in suing the NHL for excess money the pension fund had generated because they were upset with how the league was handling the pension fund for retired players. The athletes succeeded and almost made $40 million to increase their retired athletes' pensions. Hull was inducted into the Hockey Hall of Fame in 1983 and is an officer of the Order of Canada in the year 1978. Both the Chicago Blackhawks and the former Winnipeg Jets team retired his number 9 jersey. He picked up his longtime interest in cattle ranching after retiring. So this is it for today's video. Bobby Hull's retirement from professional hockey serves as a testament to the fleeting nature of even the most remarkable careers, leaving behind a legacy that will forever be celebrated in the annals of the game. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel. Till then, see you in the next video.